Welcome to Cineights, where you get to know the best movies and series. Today's video is about the best dark comedies of all time. I hope you enjoy this video. Be sure to watch until the end because I'm sure you will like it. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video. Parasite. 2019. Parasite is a South Korean black comedy thriller film that needs no introduction. Directed by Bong Joon-ho, it became an international hit and even managed to become the first non-English language film to win the Academy Award for Best Picture. The movie revolves around the life of a poor family, the Kims, who plot to work for a wealthy family, the Parks, before tensions between the two families rise. Parasite gained significant critical acclaim for its brilliant genre blending and profound insight into the gap between the rich and the poor in South Korea, as well as its clever, surprising, and powerful delivery of social commentary. The modern pinnacle of the genre. Dr. Strangelove. 1964. Dr. Strangelove, aka Dr. Strangelove or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb, is a legendary film that satirizes fears about nuclear conflict. Referencing the Cold War between the Soviet Union and the United States, the acclaimed Stanley Kubrick film follows an unreasonable United States Air Force general who scares everyone by ordering a nuclear attack on the enemy. When the government finds out, they scramble to stop the disastrous bombing that could start a full-blown nuclear war. Fully embracing its own absurdity and that of the real-world events it mocks, Dr. Strangelove uses humor to confront the terrifying existential threat everyone had at the back of their minds at that time. With unforgettable comedic performances, the classic dark comedy is a true masterpiece. The Great Dictator. 1940. From a master of comedy, Charlie Chaplin, The Great Dictator is a daring political satire and dark comedy that tells the story of a Jewish barber who returns to society after spending a long time in an army hospital in recovery. He's shocked to learn that he missed the rise of anti-Semitic and fascistic dictator Adenoid Hinkle, and soon leads the rebellion against him. At the time it premiered, the US was still neutral in what would soon be known as the Second World War. Charlie Chaplin's feature film was a humorous but strong condemnation of this neutrality, and given the talented actor-director's fame, played an important role in inspiring public discussions about that stance. The classic movie is a testament to the power of cinema to influence and move audiences. Inglourious Basterds. 2009. Inglourious Basterds is often considered Quentin Tarantino's masterpiece. Most of Tarantino's flicks can be categorized as having at least some dark comedic aspects. Inglourious Basterds undoubtedly takes it to its furthest extent. Inglourious Basterds is stunning, dramatic, suspenseful, and humorous all at once. It's worth viewing because it has everything you could want in a film and was done in the recognizable Tarantino fashion. It would be impossible to mention all this movie's comedic aspects, from the bastards beating the stuffing out of Nazis to the SS Colonel Hans Landa's Bond villain flair. You must see it to believe the outrageousness of it all. The Wolf of Wall Street. 2013. Director Martin Scorsese's The Wolf of Wall Street thrust viewers into the wild world of Jordan Belfort. Based on Belfort's eponymous 2007 memoir, the film depicts the way he starts as an entry-level worker at a brokerage firm before forming his own infamous business, Stratton Oakmont. Alongside talented and greedy colleagues, Belfort defrauds rich clients while enjoying his newfound wealth and power. An unbelievable portrayal of corruption and hedonism in Wall Street. It's almost hard to believe that The Wolf of Wall Street is based on a true story. DiCaprio gives the performance of a lifetime, supported by equally talented cast members Jonah Hill and Margot Robbie. The film feels like a whirlwind in the way it depicts the main character's epic rise and dramatic fall, which is a story that will keep viewers watching every second from start to finish. American Psycho. 2000. Christian Bale stars as Patrick Bateman, a rich, materialistic Wall Street investment banker who spirals into madness and violence in Mary Herron's legendary psychological horror thriller, American Psycho. The film is based on Bret Easton Ellis's best-selling 1991 novel of the same name. Although it was initially divisive, American Psycho has now become a cult classic thanks to the movie's dark humor, stellar performances, and faithful adaptation of the source material. Its mix of graphic violence and Bale's humorous over-the-top performance is perfect for fans of dark comedy films. In Bruges. 2008. The Banshees of Inisherin is not the first collaboration between director Martin McDonagh and actors Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson. Set in Belgium, the 2008 film In Bruges follows two London-based Irish hitmen as they go into hiding in the picturesque city of Bruges. Using deliciously dark humor mixed with existential crises for the two protagonists, In Bruges explores the characters' capacities for guilt and change as they become increasingly disoriented by their bleak surroundings. Viewers who have already seen it will know that it gets surprisingly surreal at times and hits an unexpected level of emotional depth in its exploration of life, death, and morality, all delivered through razor-sharp dialogue and a truly jarring twist. Little Miss Sunshine. 2006. A wonderfully optimistic movie full of dark humor, Little Miss Sunshine is a beloved road film centered on the Hoover family made up of quirky characters, from the motivational speaker father to the disillusioned uncle and the foul-mouthed grandfather. When the youngest member Olive decides to join a beauty pageant, the whole dysfunctional family hops into the now iconic yellow van to travel and support her. Directed by the husband-wife team Jonathan Dayton and Valerie Ferris, Little Miss Sunshine follows the messy family as their individual issues unravel and clash throughout their journey. Their misadventure ends up helping them more than anyone expected, and the film soon reveals its core message to be about finding love and humor in imperfections and life's darkest moments. Jojo Rabbit, 2019. It's hard to derive humor from one of the darkest periods of human history, but this coming-of-age film did so without downplaying the tragedy of it all. Jojo Rabbit follows a young boy named Jojo, who's in the Hitler Youth nearing the end of World War II and creates an imaginary friend of Adolf Hitler. He has regular conversations with Hitler that guide him along the way. As the war nears its conclusion, Jojo realizes that everything he was taught is a lie. Invoking the absurd to take down fascism, Jojo Rabbit's moments of humor are deliberately juxtaposed with more serious scenes, often featuring distressing violence. Wounded soldiers, dead bodies, kids with machine guns in their hands, and the bodies of Nazi execution victims are all present in the dark satire movie. Knives Out, 2019. Knives Out is a gripping yet comedic mystery film directed, written, and produced by Rian Johnson and starring an ensemble cast led by Daniel Craig. The plot centers around the murder of the rich crime author Harlan Thrombey, who is found dead at his house shortly after his 85th birthday party. Johnson's directing, the cast's performances, the writing, and the film's mixing of several genres made it an instant classic. Knives Out took old murder mystery tropes and applied humor, wit, and stellar acting to create a wholly unique dark comedy. Its 2022 sequel, Glass Onion, presents an entirely new story and comes close to the quality of the original, making both films worth seeing at least once. Barton Fink, 1991, a genre-bending Palme d'Or winner by the Coen brothers, Barton Fink is an influential film that tells the story of the title character, a socially awkward playwright who struggles with artistic and personal crises when he moves to Hollywood. His neighbor, Charlie Meadows, tries his best to help. Set in 1941, the movie depicts the protagonist's experiences with writer's block, which soon gives way to deeper personal issues that stop him from writing a B-movie script. With a touch of absurdity and a load of humor, Barton Fink explores the writing process while commenting on the grueling processes artists have to deal with in the industry. No wonder it has resonated with so many creatives and is still relevant today. The Banshees of Inisherin, 2022. Director Martin McDonagh's The Banshees of Inisherin rightly gained recognition during the awards circuit, as it's easily the best dark tragicomedy of 2022. Set on a quiet island off the coast of Ireland, the film revolves around the abrupt end to a long friendship between Padraic Sulibain and Colm Doherty. Padraic's attempts at fixing their relationship lead to disastrous results. With genuine laugh-out-loud moments, a thought-provoking script, and gorgeous cinematography, it's not too far-fetched to imagine that The Banshees of Inisherin is already a classic that will go down in history as being among the top movies of this decade. Earl and Gleason's stellar performances, the dark story and the setting's bleak atmosphere can easily pull viewers in. Promising Young Woman, 2020, an award-winning thriller film and satisfying revenge movie directed by Emerald Fennell in her feature directorial debut, Promising Young Woman depicts Cassie Thomas's story. The 30-year-old medical school dropout works in a coffee shop by day and spends her nights feigning drunkenness until a man takes her home. Some of them inevitably try to take advantage of her, she calls them out for it. Her routine changes with the unexpected arrival of a charming man in her life. A twisty, gripping, and surprisingly emotional movie, Promising Young Woman proves over and over that it's never what it seems through its well-written narrative. Cassie's story, masterfully told through a darkly comedic lens, is incredibly powerful and, more importantly, relates with real-life experiences that women around the world face. The Dictator, 2012. One of the best and most awesome movies that come to mind when you think of dark comedies is this blockbuster flick. The Dictator. Sacha Baron Cohen, Ben Kingsley, and Anna Faris feature in the movie in lead roles. Cohen did a fantastic job portraying an over-the-top, suave, and extremely eccentric dictator, Aladdin, who wants nothing but the best for his country. The movie offers a hilarious take on the dictator's situations and actions, which would be troublesome and problematic in reality. Viewers will almost feel guilty laughing at everything he does. According to producers Jeff Schaffer and David Mandel, Kim Jong-il, Idi Amin, Muammar Gaddafi, Mobutu Sese Seko, and Saparmurat Niyazov served as inspirations for Cohen's portrayal.